Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to dive straight into something incredibly universal, a deeply human framework for how we process life's hardest, most unexpected hits. Let's map out what you might call the hero's journey through adversity. How do we actually survive the pain, process it, and somehow come out the other side entirely transformed?
Now, it all starts by grounding us in a pretty harsh reality. There are times when literally anything that can happen will happen. It doesn't really matter how talented you are, how good of a person you try to be, or how much time you spend on self-improvement. The truth is, uncalled-for damage is just inevitable. Life happens to all of us, right? And honestly, no amount of prep work can completely shield us from the unexpected. Which brings us to phase 1, when life breaks you. This is that unavoidable moment when the unexpected actually shows up at your door and forces you to face a painful new reality. And man, the ways we break are so varied, but they're all universally devastating. Maybe your business just took a massive hit. Maybe it's a completely broken heart. Or maybe you're looking at your bank account and it's practically screaming that you're broke. We break physically, mentally, spiritually. If you are going through one of these battles right now, please know that you are deeply seen. Because here's the thing, all of those breakages, they are absolutely going to leave a mark on you. There's really no escaping that. But here is the absolute crucial point to remember. The mark they leave can be the mark of victory, or it can be the mark of defeat. You see, while you can't control the actual breaking, you hold the ultimate power to decide what kind of mark it leaves moving forward.
So, let's step into phase 2, the Valley of Two Voices.
Right after you break, you enter this really critical, disorienting valley. And it's basically like you're walking right down the middle of two distinct voices, both competing for your attention. On one side, you've got worry, grumbling, and blame. But on the other side, wisdom, gratitude, and faith. What actually determines where you end up isn't the trial itself, but your active choice. Which side are you going to tune into and internalize? If you intentionally choose that voice of wisdom and faith, suddenly, falling apart becomes this massive opportunity. Think about it. Every single time you break, yes, it's a super easy excuse to just give up, but it's also a powerful opportunity to get stronger, to get smarter, faster, and tougher. It's literally an invitation to completely upgrade who you are. And that leads right into phase 3, finding your reason. To actually survive that valley and make those upgrades happen, you have to find your deep personal fuel. That's what's going to keep you moving. It's a 3-step process. Step 1, acknowledge the sickness or the trial. Don't hide from it. Look it right in the eye. Step 2, declare that you will beat it. And step 3, find your family or your specific, undeniable reason to live for it. You've got to attach a powerful why to your fight. You need to look at the adversity and say, I have a family to live for, and I am not done yet. And the sheer simplicity of this realization is just so powerful. You are human, and you have what it takes. To get through this valley, you don't need a fancy degree, or endless amounts of money, or even outside support. The fundamental fact that you're human gives you the built-in strength to push past whatever you're going through. You just have to make the firm decision to do it. Now we're ramping up into phase 4, activating your staying power. This is the active, aggressive phase where you start pushing back. You need to say to yourself, I can beat it. I will beat it. I must beat it. You've got to passionately speak back to that sickness, that trial, or that empty bank account, and declare out loud that your story isn't over. Take verbal command of your situation. And that aggressive mindset brings us to an absolute refusal. We don't retreat. Because true resilience, that means standing firm even when on paper you are hopelessly outnumbered. It doesn't matter what the statistics say. It doesn't matter what the critics are whispering. True staying power means you absolutely refuse to run. You stand your ground, you endure, and you let everyone know exactly what you represent. So the whole thing really boils down to this one internalized declaration: I got staying power. No temporary circumstance, no piece of random adversity gets to define the ultimate trajectory of your life, not unless you surrender to it. You have a spirit dwelling within you that is objectively greater than whatever chaotic storm is swirling around you right now. But what does fighting your way through actually look like on a random Tuesday? Well, it means wading into the mud. It means fighting through the physical nightmare of cancer, or pushing through intense academic struggles when you feel entirely inadequate. Maybe it's navigating the total emotional wreckage of a divorce, or fighting through brutal rejection in your career. Whatever your specific, real-world battle is, you have to be willing to throw punches. Which brings us to our final stop,
Phase 5, remaining unbroken. This right here is the core realization of our entire journey together. It is staying with the breaking that produces the blessing. The ultimate victory isn't just about surviving that initial hit. The true victory is the unique resilience and deep wisdom that can only be forged in the fire of enduring the pressure over time.
This profound transformation, it really all comes down to the simple act of fighting. Because as you begin to crawl out of that dark place, you realize something incredible. It's the very daily act of fighting back that actually shapes you. That consistent, stubborn action takes you from who you were and permanently forms you into who you are truly supposed to be.
When the unexpected happens, and honestly, we know it will, the framework is clear, but the choice, well, that's entirely yours. Every single time life hits you, you have the ultimate agency to decide your response. So the only question left to answer is this: will you let the break defeat you, or will you remain unbroken?